work out that hard. I did my entire chest and back routine in about 12 minutes this morning, which is fast. Um, all right. Well, seems like you guys are too cold to come to Prole Church today. So we'll give you guys 10 minutes to show up. And if you guys don't show up, well, then I'll just turn off the live stream and fold clothes. So, as for this morning, I wanted to talk more about changing career fields because I don't feel like I have the certifications in order to go back into IT. Like they're really requiring a lot these days for the minimum wage. And again, what do I keep telling you guys? The market is saturated. So when you think about jobs, especially in the trade schools, because a lot of you guys like to talk about trade schools and how great they are, I assure you, that's where I work. Uh, so, I know that it's not as good as people claim. Hello, Blue. Thank you for stopping by as the only person to join the stream today. Unfortunately, sometimes, yeah, people are busy. Or sometimes people just don't want to engage. Like, I feel like I put a lot of material out this week, and I haven't made any new material for next week yet because I spent all day with Mello yesterday, so it was really strange. Like, normally when we hang out, we just like eat something and then we go our merry ways. Yesterday was just like an all day hangout-a-thon, and I'm not saying that that was bad. It was just like I wasn't expecting it. So my mornings are pretty routine. If I'm going to get up, I usually get up at around 6 and I start working on YouTube. Usually 6 o'clock, I start making my first YouTube video of the day, which is the 10-minute video that I'll make, and it will just be on random stuff. And then, of course, I um if I have more time, like if I get that video done quickly, I'll move on. Yes, I can. Let me put that in there for you. Okay, so let's put that in there. I'll put it in there right now. All right, so I'm going to read you what it says. It says, that's a powerful statement echoing the interconnectedness of our humanity and the belief that true freedom cannot exist while oppression persists. It speaks to the idea that our well being is inherently tied to the dignity and justice accorded to others. This concept has deep roots in various social justice movements, reminding us that liberation is collective. No one can truly be free if others are denied their rights, agency, and humanity. I agree 100%. Oh, church. Yeah, we gotta have church. Oh, Quentin Scott, are you quitting your job on the bank holiday steam? I'm thinking about it. So I I'm not certain what to do. Like again, last night my night was full of nightmares because my mind is thinking in it. My Your financial well-being is directly tied to Evil Corp. Like literally, Evil Corp has its cold, clammy claws on your sack. And if you decide that you don't feel comfortable with that, then there are consequences for losing your job or going and starting over somewhere else. All right, let me put that into the AI. Okay. No God. All right, let's see what it says on this one. I'm just going to add it to the one that you just gave me. So I'm going to pop it in there and see what it says. No gods, no masters is a phrase that captures a spirit of autonomy, resistance to authoritarian control, and a rejection of hierarchy. It's often associated with anarchists and labor movements, emphasizing the importance of self governance, personal responsibility, collective decision making over top down power structures. It challenges the idea of submission to authority, whether religious, political, or economic, and speaks to a vision of society where individuals are empowered, equal, and free to shape their own lives. Uh, yeah, I definitely agree. I've always felt that tying healthcare to your job is like a farmer having to get pet insurance on his cattle. Fries in the bag, little bro. Yeah, the fries are in the bag, little bro. Click the like button, proles. Thanks, John. Mello and I were talking about you yesterday in the stream. Um, I don't know. Mello seems to be overly concerned about your overall well-being, but then again, Mello is a really, really, really nice person. So like she cares about the world in a way that I don't. MS, why do pros wake up every morning? What's the reason? Well, unfortunately for me, I wake up every morning because I gotta poop. But as for the rest of the proletariat, I ask myself that question all of the time. Like, what rationale is there to wake up, especially when it's cold, go to a job that hates you, get paid $300 for working there for the week, and then you sit at home and you scratch yourself for the rest of the day and wonder, it's like, how am I supposed to live off $300 a week? What's the reason for North Korean proles to wake up every morning? Oh my gosh, I was watching this Vice documentary where they took the train to North Korea and they were stopping in and visiting the people that were working there. Because these people, they don't know about days off. If you're working in a North Korean prison camp, which is everywhere, you don't acknowledge the fact that there's freedom in the world. You just wake up every morning and you do your work because if you don't, there are consequences for not doing your work, and that can include not being able to breathe anymore. I thought you said Mello would eat your face should you perish. Mello Mellow's a tough girl inside. Mellow's tough on the outside. Like if you look at Mellow, she's tough. Like she's big, she's tough, she looks tough, but on the inside, Mellow's really soft. Like she really, really likes animals. I think that's why she likes me is because she considers me to be an animal, like a stray cat or a stray dog or a stray golem or something. I got an apartment, so no more van life for now. Oh my gosh. John, I might be heading towards the van life myself. Good. Good morning, A. Good morning, Prole Church. Thank you for stopping by, A. It's always good to see you in the chat. Can we ask the AI what would happen if everybody stopped going to work all at the same time? Okay, let's ask it right now. Let's see. Uh, I'm actually curious about this too. All right, so here we go. Let's put it into the mystery machine and see what it pumps out. All right, here we go. Ooh, this is gloomy, John. Okay, so I asked the AI what would happen if everyone stopped working at the same time. It is still going, folks. Holy moly. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a synopsis because this response is enormous. So, if everyone stopped going to work simultaneously, it would be an unprecedented event with massive immediate impacts across all aspects of society. Here's a breakdown of how it might unfold. Essential services collapse, economic halt, supply chain breakdown, financial systems paralyzed, social and psychological impacts, community solidarity or struggle, potential for major change, such as an event, could lead to a radical reevaluation of societal values. Government and corporations might have to address labor issues, wealth distribution, social inequality. It would spark discussions around universal basic income, automation, or reconstructing the work week to create a more sustainable work life balance. In essence, the event would likely reveal just how dependent modern life is on the continuous labor of millions and might catalyze a transformation in how we think about work productivity and societal well being. Uh oh, John, we might need to do this like right now. Marco Polo, MS, amen. All pray to MS. I become that the false prophet. MS, what are the chances a rich 18-year-old woman with rich parents marries you? Not a single chance. A stray golem. I thought that was funny too, Blue. MS, we need your sermon. Hit the like button, proles. The fire would be in the bag then. Let's see. A said ChatGPT only updated through October 2023. They don't update all the time, and I can't answer questions about anything that happens after that. That I did not know. Thank you for letting me know that, A. The fries. MS, the rave scene is my scene. I've heard that many times. The fires would be in the cities, though. Back to work. Yep. Prole Church. Prole Church is every Sunday. Seems like it's what we should do. Yes, John, it is exactly what we should do. Like the every second that we delay doing what you just asked is a second in which our chains get heavier and heavier. And that big L that you're wearing around your neck, oh my God, it's just going to weigh you down and drown you in financial despair. This explanation is a real eye roller. Yeah, real eye roller while Evil Corp kicks you in the nuts. True, we will put it in his cabinet. Still recovering from Catholic school. Yep. If you've gone to a place that has punishment at school that's divvied out in a way in which it's unfair, well, unfair to the people breaking the rules, everyone else seems to think it's pretty fair. Let's see, a lot of Susies at the rave, and they all are extremely friendly. Yeah, people with substances get real friendly. I'm telling you, I've heard that from many older men that go there to play with the Susies. MS, please get back to work and place the fries in the bag. The company's vision needs to reflect on yourself while you work. The boss needs another vacation home. He sure does. Deport all the proles. Hmm. I I'm kind of curious as to how Trump is going to roll out his mass um his vision of deportation for everyone in America to make it more white. Laughing. Your chat has been a big breath of fresh air to me. I'm glad I'm not the only one feeling completely over the 9 to 5. I've been over the 9 to 5 since I was born. 9 to 5 feels like straight up slavery. A prole on a chariot. Nice. Channel. Let's see. I'm thinking about hopping on the dating apps for the millionth time now that I have my own place again. I'm overdue for a sloppy Susie. I have said that too, John. Like I have so many women that I talk to that know that aren't that don't want to be considered Susies. So they're like, "No, I'm too good for you." Yep. Women protesting not having the in and out. And that's the only problem with the rave scene is that it distracts me from the real problem, wage slavery. Yeah, I mean, most of us are house poor and we're going to stay house poor. So maybe you boys simply need to work harder. Yeah, I think that we just need to work harder. I really do. You know, when I shake hands with the governor, I got to mistreat him more. But you get 15 minutes all to yourself to pursue your dreams. 15 minutes. It takes me about 15 seconds to pursue my dream with the hub. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, young man. You don't need those food stamps. Pull yourself up. My your bootstraps, Dave. I just don't get the whole pull yourself up. Like, I mean, I passed, I don't know, maybe 20 homeless people just on the way to the gym this morning, and you're like, seems like if people were going to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, they would never need to start pulling. The chatbot answer it gave you is the Great Reset. So I wonder how it will happen. Cyber pandemic? I hope so. Let's see. What are the odds of you winning the lottery, buying a fast car, banging a hot chick, and buying a McMansion? None. Hey, I love and making love require a lot of imagination for most people. Seeing the best someone can be and not what they are is what makes it possible to smash. You know, Mello and I were driving down Scottsdale Road yesterday, and we were talking about this, and she's just like, men grow up looking at the hub, and they think that's what love is. And you're like, there's a reason why they're called actresses. They're supposed to like those things. Ordinary women don't typically like being choked or or what you see in the movies. They're kind of afraid of men. That's something that I've noticed in women my entire life is that most women have an innate fear of men, especially men with no pants on. Like that thing. I mean, you look at that thing and it looks like a spear, not a Wiener Schnitzel. Here's one. I was sad I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Y'all don't have an attitude or gratitude. All right, let's see what it says. I like this one. Let's see. Control C. Let's put it into the old chat bot. And here we go. Let's see what it says. It says, this phrase reminds us of the power of perspective, gratitude, and empathy. When you're struggling, it's natural to focus on what we lack, but encouraging someone with greater challenges can help us see our own lives differently, encouraging us to appreciate what we have. It's not about diminishing our own struggles, but about realizing that others may have faced even greater obstacles and that we have strengths or resources we might take for granted. This idea can inspire humanity, empathy, compassion, encouraging us to reach out to others while fostering gratitude in our lives. Jeez, I feel like Jesus. A, and to move mountains when needed in the name of love. Isn't it that movie where the guy was banging the chick? Was it? I think it was the movie Critters, where the guy's banging this chick on the side of a mountain, and the critters meteorite hits, and she's like, "Oh my God, I just felt the planet move." And he says to her, "Do you want to feel the planet move again?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, yes." Young people need to focus and work harder. Yep. Magco, MS, good morning. Good morning to you too. John, I work with the lady who plays the lottery every week. Lottery tickets are fuel for proles. Oh my God, my first senior manager would buy $50 worth of scratchers every Monday morning. And every Monday morning he was a loser. It just felt so terrible to see people like basically asking to be struck by lightning when they play the lottery so that they can get out of poverty. Uh, the lottery rhymes with poverty. Wow, guys, I just realized that. Poverty lottery. One equals the other. So come up with the solution to what's this guy complains about in general, most of those reasons being legitimate. Well, I mean, there are no solutions or else there wouldn't be any poor people. Lottery ticket is the only hope of the proletariat has to escape poverty. Yeah, so the odds are not good for us, people. Not the pro lotto. Yo, homeboy. Oh boy, thanks, Marco. I think I'm a cool hand Luke. The warden makes me dig a hole and fill it back up all day. Yeah, that's what working in evil court feels like. You just dig a hole, fill it up, build another hole right next to it, fill it up, and then you just do that for the rest of your life. And then when you get to the end of your life, you just drop into the hole that you already dug, and then you just lay down and sleep for eternity. No, the best is when the proles at work come together away from the prole infighting and collab to pitch in for a group lotto prole ticket, which is the highlight of the month. Oh my God, the office pool for prole. And then, ironically, someone wins and one of the proles takes the ticket and keeps it. And all the rest of the proles are left like, oh man, we wasted our money. MS, how can I escape poverty? You're not supposed to escape poverty. If you were able to escape poverty, nobody would be in poverty. Um, crime. Crime's a good one. Family money. Luck. Um, immense personal effort. Immense personal effort. I love telling my boss that. The only way I'm going to get rich is immense personal effort, and I'll still probably not be rich. He's like, your attitude sucks. Dig your own grave. You always add the finishing flourish. Yeah, I'm going to put like a little, um, what would I put inside my grave? I'd probably put a chastity belt in my grave. I don't know. Something cool. MS, what are the options for not working? Crime or homelessness? Well, I think homelessness needs leads to crime, so I think they're like the chicken and the egg. Nobody buy life insurance. Make the state cover the bill for your funeral. You mean that shallow grave where the stray dogs take your bones? Yeah, that's where I'm heading. No one tell the boss. We are all a family here. What's that? I keep thinking about that thing that Mello sent me last week where the boss wrote, employees must stop acting like they don't want to be at work. And then someone scribbled, we're not acting. We're not acting. We hate being here. What would a quality as escaping poverty? What would qualify as escaping poverty? Being comfortable. That's all it is. It's escaping poverty is feeling comfortable. It's just going from maximum security prison to minimum security prison because you're always going to be a prisoner. Laughing Mass, MS just called criminals homeless. Pauper's grave. Exactly, Blue. The pauper's grave. MS, have you considered welfare or pretending to have depression for disability and easy living? Yes, I have tried a lot to get on disability, and they keep telling me I can work. Ugh, pretending. Exactly, Blue. It's not like I'm out pretending. I am severely depressed by the overall quality of human life right now. Beyond a little depressed. Let's see. MS, when poor people steal, it's called theft. When the rich corporations steal from employees, it's called business. It's called the business of stealing. There's not a way of sugarcoating the amount of pain and suffering the corporation inflicts on people, especially if you're a working proletariat man that's on food stamps and you're taking the city bus to work. Like this morning after I left the gym, I went right to the Kroger's, and I mean there must have been 50 proletariat men all working on stocking shelves in the store, and I was just like, oh my god, this could be my future, stocking shelves. John says feeling comfortable is making 200 grand a year. Anything less is just doing whatever you have to. Yeah, I agree. It depending on your state, 150 may not be enough. I'd say comfortable wages start at $250,000 a year for 1 day of work with 1 hour work days. That's how I see it. Universal basic income. Wage theft is just good strategy. Oh, I know. When I worked at Walmart, you had to check that time clock every day because it was always trying to steal from you. You don't get disability for depression. Yeah, I've noticed. Does anyone here watch Arcane? I do not. I do not know what that is. I better not be on the hub, Blue. Let's see. Old people give outdated advice. Just work hard enough. Yeah, old people are always giving you outdated advice because they still think that rent is like $200 a month. Like yesterday, Mello and I were eating at this place called US Egg on Scottsdale Road, and we both looked around once I parked my car, and we both looked up at the building around us, and it's like a place where the apartments cost like beginning $3,000 a month. And Mel was like, we should go door to door and ask these people what they do for a living so we can do the same thing and we can afford to live here. Let's see. Hey, I'm asked, why not go to the doctor and say the following: that you are hearing voices, let them send you for 2 day stay in psych ward. Also, don't say to the doctors you are responding to said voices. What about schizophrenia? Well, I already have voices, so, and they tell me that my life sucks all the time. Oh, and they tell me my wiener's small too. Actually, do you say you're responding to your head voices? You will for sure get a diagnosis. Yeah, I see a 40-year-old virgin at my job who works late nights and then after work he takes the bus defeated like a loser. That was me. That's been me my whole life. I'm a nurse, I know. I'm a nurse. Magic Mike. A lot of homeless people have schizophrenia and they don't get disability either. Jesus, man. In order to get disability in this country, you just have to, I don't know what you would have to do because I see a lot of people that don't really look disabled on disability. Look up Locus Warner sometime. He's been on SSDI for bipolar since the 90s. Oh my God, if I could get on that, I'll be good. Just say you're hearing and responding to voices after 2 days of staying in a ward, you have disability for life. Is he on the tube? I hope so. You should do that, MS. Evil Corp feeds on your soul. Exactly. And your soul is actually right below your pecker, so that's where I keep my soul. A lot of reaction channels, Warnology, Fatal, Water. I don't know what all that stuff is that Blue's saying in the chat. Let's see. In my country, a family needs 12 grand a month to live on. It's expensive. Yes, it is. Simply tell the social worker you're a trans woman. You will be placed in the top of the priority list. I'm a trans woman with, well, I might as well have a woman's parts. My parts are so small. Homeless women get placed over all recipients. Well, we've had that one sitting around my apartment complex now for over 2 years, and no one's helping her. MS, I'm tired of being poor. What are my options? I want to be rich now. I also want to be rich now. So, chat, if you can come up with, hey, let me ask ChatGPT, how can I be rich now? Let's see what it says. How can I be rich now? Let's see. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it's still going. Okay, so this is what it said to me asking, how do I be richer now? Becoming rich quickly is a challenging goal, but there are a few strategies that can help you build wealth faster, especially if you focus on high leverage opportunities, disciplined habits, and strategic investments. Invest in high income skills. Leverage the power of compounding. Entrepreneurship. Invest in real estate, side hustles and passive income streams, network strategically, live below your means, and focus on financial education. Learning about personal finance, investing, and wealth building strategies can prevent costly mistakes and help you take advantage of opportunities you might otherwise miss. While none of these strategies will make you rich overnight, which defeats the purpose of answering this question, consistently applying them will build momentum and bring you closer to financial freedom. Basically, ChatGPT says, get your head out of the clouds, knucklehead. Let's see. Thanks to all the female social workers, they get said special treatment. No lie, the YouTuber Valid Point did this. He was jumped from a number of 56, 5 years pending, to number 4 on the list in 3 weeks. Play the lottery. Lottery rhymes with poverty. No. Say to the social worker, you're a trans woman. Oh my God. No. All you had to do was buy crypto, then you'd be rich. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Laugh out loud. The AI doesn't know exactly. We're soon screwed. It's almost laughable. AI is a scam. We all fell for. Hit the thumbs up. If you can dream it, you can do it. A unicorn. Are we going more towards that lady? The unicorns mean non-straight lady woman, right? Well, you know, you know what's really awkward? So I just went to the laundry room at my apartment complex, and I'm walking in and I'm washing all my clothes. So all I have on are pajama pants, no shirt, no shoes, no nothing, right? And I run into my neighbor, and you're like looking at him. You acknowledge each other, right? And then you're just like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I have all these muscles. You just like try to cover up your muscles. MS, why not perpetuate and make coworkers angry at you, then hire a lawyer, open harassment case? I don't know. They already tried that and they didn't win at my current job. They had like 7 people gang up on one guy and the guy won. Place of work becomes because for the sake of your coworkers stressing you out and get it in writing. Then MS, you can take that and quit your job. Then you go on unemployment and get paid for a year. Not here in Arizona. Unemployment is 24 weeks and it's $200 a week. So, yeah, you're not going to live off Arizona unemployment. Let's see. You watched that video that a porn star regrets doing adult and want all her videos to be deleted. Too bad. That's not how internet works. Exactly. Let's see. Harris 2028. Harris, we may never see her again in public life. The humiliation of losing worse than Hillary Clinton will haunt her for the rest of her political life. Unemployment is 200. Yeah. And they can deny it to you. Like, I know a girl who just got denied unemployment because she worked at a call center that had a point system. The point system is designed so that you do not get unemployment benefits because you fall below their metric on points, so then they can say that you're a bad worker with points and therefore they had to fire you. Oh my God, $1,200 a week? Holy crap, we weren't even getting that with the federal unemployment. Jesus, with federal unemployment, we were just getting 800 here a week in Arizona. That is some righteous bucks. Yeah, they should have let Bernie run. Yeah, they should have let Bernie run blue. I would have loved to have seen Bernie run. Marco Polo, what's your IQ? I think it's around 85. Probably 85. Me and Forrest Gump, we got something in common. Hey, at what point will AI replace the need for stars? That's a very good question because I have a Tumblr blog. And on Tumblr, they have what they call AI channels. And the AI are they generate pictures of women in bathing suits that are flawless. And so they have these disproportionate images of what women should look like, and they're 10 times more attractive than ordinary women. So the whole industry of photography and women like Sports Illustrated, that will all be replaced by perfect AI generated women. You don't need regular human women. You know what we need to do is we need to start cloning more Susies and just putting a Susie behind every Taco Bell in America. Act your wage, MS. Marco, acting my wage means acting like I'm not alive. I'm just a goo on the floor. And you know what kind of goo, too. Then simply pretend to have a heart attack at work. Uh, Argument or when Fleece Johnson is railing you. Mine's about 65, winning. Let's see. A Harris could be appointed to Supreme Court, but other than that, if I were her, I'd leave the country. I would too. The humiliation of losing to Donald Trump, that doesn't go away. That leaves a mark for life. Let's see. Act my wage means I need to act like a child. I need to act like a fetus to act my wage. Get them to call the ambulance, go to the hospital, say it was because your boss stresses you out and caused this heart attack. Hire a lawyer and sue. I've already told Gen Z when I stroke out, he's not allowed to call the paramedics. He just want him to leave me there. People saying that being an adult is fun so far in my 26. I don't find any fun about adult life. Me, there's just not enough Susies. It's super fun if you're in air. Yeah, sure it is. Bonus points if your boss roasts your in public and you have multiple witnesses for your cases. Yep. No one will bang anymore with even more all stars. Yep. No more banging, folks. The only banging is between your hand and the governor. Trump brings peace. Yeah, he sure does. I mean, he got the hate vote. How can you possibly say that? You should watch the movie Her, The Future Is Now. MS was Kamala going to change anything for the lives of the proletariat? It didn't matter. Rich people don't care about poor people. Like, they just don't care. Left, right, you're the guy with the gun. That's really what it comes down to. Can you talk about the Pepsi layoffs? They just got rid of them. They closed down that plant because it was too old. Well, this is what they claim, right? Pepsi claims that the plant was too expensive to upkeep, so they shut it down and then they fired all the workers. It's never about the fact that the economy is slowing down. The economy is slowing down, therefore, there isn't as much need anymore for the products. So when you're not making as much money, the first thing you do is you get rid of poor people. I hope you know what movie that's from. Yeah, dude, you're online. I'm online. Oh my God, I didn't realize I was online. I'm lost. I feel like a person with the old folks disease. I somehow find myself in a room where I'm online. Ever since I started being intentionally bad as an employee trying to get fired, my life was improved dramatically. Yeah, I felt that too. As soon as I realized that I could just be a bad worker and no one would try to, because what are you doing when you fire a bad worker? You're rewarding them with unemployment benefits. So I think everybody should just be a bad worker. Every time I'm at the store, people load up on the soda. Well, I'm drinking soda right now, so oh, I just heard my phone chime someplace. I thought I heard it. I think I am hearing voices, people. That's what Mellow does for work. She stocks the shelves with delicious sugar water. Let's see. You're my bro, man. Never feel alone. I have the same situation as you. We all have the same situation. That's why my channel is so relatable because we're all facing the same evil corp. It hates us, we hate it, and we need work, and they need workers. Don't ask me. I just work here. Great. Let me put that into Chat GPT. Or my favorite, Blue. Today's my first day after 3 years. It's my first day. So let's see what Chat GPT says to this. All right. Actually, it has a pretty decent amount to say. Don't ask me, I just work here captures the feeling of detachment or maybe even helplessness that can come with being part of a big complex system where decisions are made far above your pay grade. It's often used humorously or sarcastically as if to say, I'm just here to do my job. I don't have the answers or power to change things. It resonates for a lot of people who feel like small cogs in a machine carrying out tasks without influence over the bigger picture, whether it's navigating confusing policies unreasonable customer requests, or management decisions that don't quite make sense. Sometimes you just have to shrug and keep doing your thing. I agree. Just keep doing your thing, proletariat. Bare minimum. Do you think Evil Corp will lay you off? Um, that would be a very bad decision. But yes, I am looking for a something else to do as soon as possible. So I'm just going to walk into the sunset and be like, you know what? You guys can take care of this. Minimum wage, minimum effort. I make $25 and I can't afford a studio apartment. I feel that. Let's see. A says, "How do you avoid being homeless if you lose my your job?" You know, that's a good question, MS. Every time I've lost my job, I've become homeless. So unless you can move back home in with your family, you're going to end up on the skids. Please don't quit your job. Let them fire you so you can hang out with us for 6 months and relax. I don't know how long it will take them to get rid of me. I feel family here, man. Shoot out to every person here. Shout out to every person here. Thanks, uh, Dee Dee. Yeah, I think the millennial STEAM family grows every day just because we all know that it's rough out there, man. I rent a bedroom for 700 as I can't afford an apartment. Yeah, that's what I did for my whole life before I moved into this place. Is I was renting a room everywhere like and the worst part is that when you're renting a room, you have no control over the slumlord that's going to rent to you because they're predatory lending. Renting a room is predatory lending because you understand that that person doesn't have credit, they don't have a good job, they don't have a stable life, and they're probably on substances. At least that's been my experience with renting rooms. Um, MS, I would donate 100 grand to you, but then you'd make these videos with such passion. I would keep making the video, even if I was rich. I would keep making the videos. Except I just like I don't know, give you guys like gift cards or something. Uh, a bedroom has no privacy. I agree. Hey, I like the video stream proles. I do too. They're all so wacky. Hey, we're all here. It's like going to an Alcoholics Anonymous for the economy. That's what this feels like to me every time I have Prole Church. It's like we're all sitting in the room, we all have the same problem. We don't make enough money. We don't like our jobs. We hate that food tastes like crap, and we're not getting anywhere. This is an amazing support group. Everybody here has the same problem. We don't have money. We want more money. Oh my goodness gracious. I've been lucky. I mostly stay in my room. Yeah, I always stayed in my room. So let's see. I want to be rich now too. You ever hear stay hungry as something positive? Oh my gosh, my boss, when I worked at Insight, that was one of our company um, slogans is stay hungry. And every time my boss came over and said stay hungry, I would complain about the portions in the cafeteria, right? He's like, you stay hungry because everything in the cafeteria is small and overpriced. It absolutely burned his cannoli every time I said stay hungry to him. A lot of people who make okay money are going to lose their jobs. It's the fear of the unknown that we have already peaked. It only gets worse from here. I agree, A. There's no security. I mean, I had terrible, terrible mini nightmares all night last night about that exact same thing. Hey guys, I'll be back in 2 shakes of a Klingon's tail. I gotta go downstairs and get my clothes out of the dryer. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Sorry, I was planning on washing my clothes tomorrow, but something triggered me to do it today. So I have to fold clothes while I try to read the chat. So, all right. So what are you guys doing in the chat? I'm late, Lunette. You're not allowed to be late to church. That's a paddling. And no way to plan for a future. That's what really bothers me, is that based on the jobs that are available, it's hard not to constantly find yourself. He's he's not pooping. I am getting my clothes and I'm going to be folding clothes while I talk. So with the type of jobs that are out there, the lack of job security, and the fact that you know that you're going to be losing your job almost annually, or at least every couple of years, and that forces you, not only are you in survival mode, but you're also in a constant fear of when the layoffs are going to come. Because they've fired 200 people at my job in 1 month. That's 200 people. That's like, it's more than 10% of the entire corporation I work at in 1 month have been fired. We were all promised to be movie gods and rock stars, and we're not. And we're very mad. I agree. Let me put that into the chat GPT really quick. I'm very curious because, as you guys know, my channel is a combination of Fight Club and Mr. Robot. So let's see what it says. This line is from Fight Club. Taps into the delusional and anger that arise when the promises of fame, fortune, and exceptionalism don't pan out. Society often sells the idea that anyone can be a superstar if they work hard enough or have the right personality, but in reality, the world doesn't have room for everyone to be a movie god or a rock star. A quote captures a fraction that many feel in a society that equates worth and status and success. When we don't achieve those heights, it's easy to feel cheated, like the whole game was rigged from the start. The anger comes from realizing that the dream we were all sold is elusive, and that real satisfaction doesn't always come from fame or fortune, but from finding meaning and purpose in our own, often unremarkable lives. It's a reminder of how powerful and sometimes destructive those unmet expectations can be. Unmet expectations. Please don't whip me. I was late too. Oh, everybody who's late to Prole Church gets whipped. It's part of the game here. I thought we couldn't talk about Fight Club. No, we can't talk about Fight Club. Always with a threat for a good time. Lynette. Promises were made to be broken. They sure were. Society's collapsing and no one wants to confirm it, but everybody has a sense about it. Your life is ending one prole workday at a time. It sure is. Let's see. Well said. I agree. If we didn't pay our bills, pay no bills whatsoever, I understand our credit will suffer and we might lose the service. But then what? If it's a mortgage, rent, car, etc., come and get it. Exactly. Isn't Trump here to save us now? The greatest time period? Never a time like it. The greatest for America. I hope so, because I need a lot of saving. Imagine if the police introduced caning as a punishment like Singapore. Yeah, caning for not having a job. Like, it's required that you have any job in order not to have the work police sent to your house to cane you every morning for not trying. Also, the only thing I hate more than working is ads. I don't, they're not even in the same category. Ads you can just look away from. Work burns your nuts all day long. Just ads and ads showing it in your face, each ad more intense than the previous. Yes, that's exactly how the canings are going to be. More intense than the previous. I think it was of Mice and Men where their neighbor came to do the bank's bidding and booted them. Yeah, That's what the whole movement of the Oklahoma, right? The Okies, when they had what was it, the 1930s? It was the Grapes of Wrath, where the churches were taking away the farms from people because the people were just not making enough money because the topsoil blew away and they could no longer farm, so they all had to get in their cars and move to California. Steinbeck rocks. I agree. People are already tired of this system. We just don't know what to do. They make the ads so annoying, so intense, and so many ads that it forces us to buy YouTube Premium. I had to buy YouTube Premium because they wouldn't let me see it for free. Because I have an ad blocker, they realized that I wasn't watching any ads. So either you turn off your ad blocker or you have to pay for YouTube Premium. And so I got, and this was like 6 months ago, I went onto YouTube, and every time I tried to play a video, it would just go to a black screen and say, you do not have access to watch this. Oh, I messed up. Haha, that's the 65 IQ. Ouch, 65 IQ. That's more than two standard deviations than normal. Lower than normal. More and more big pharma ads to help us deal with too much sun, not enough sunlight, too sad or happy, can't sleep, too much sleep. It's the future of human existence where we're all broken and need big pharma in order to keep going. We're we're going full blown fascism in January. It's about time. If I see an ad for your product, I will not buy your product. Exactly. I only buy Tide um, laundry soap because I saw so many Tide commercials as a child that I was traumatized by Tide. An American choose chaos over the status quo. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about this every week during the last Trump presidency. There was a scandal. Every week there was a new scandal. And I mean, that's where we're going back to, a scandal after scandal after scandal. And then talks of impeachment, and then he wiggles and slithers out of being forced to resign for whatever scandal happens to be going on. Love children, his children, whatever's going on. I mean, the man is slippery in a way that I've never seen someone avoid jail so many times. He's like an escape artist when it comes to lawsuits. It's already too late for me as I'm on the meds. So am I. I take a lot of medication. In other countries, smuggling a drug is death by hanging. Oh, Lord. We're in the Great Depression. Yeah, in the sense that we all have depression. The Great Depression, it means we all have depression. They don't even know what the proletariat is. Like the other day, they were asking Joe Scarberry on MSNBC, it's like, hey, you know what the cost of eggs and milk is right now? And when they told him, he's like, oh my God, how do regular people afford food? I'm like, they don't. To calm the proles down, Trump won't leave office this time. I mean, he's already said he's not. Our Great Depression is our lives. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. And while you're depressed, hit the like button while you're depressed because that's what the like button is there for. It helps you feel your depression inside your guts. Our depression is our lives. Yes, it is. I gotta fold some clothes, people. I'm getting, they're laying in the basket right now. So I'm gonna be folding clothes. You guys can keep talking. I'm gonna keep looking at the screen, but I'm like 10 feet away. So I'm right here, but I'm not right there. So feel free to keep talking among yourselves. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I mean, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm just not gonna be answering your questions because I'm folding clothes. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about being poor and the standard of being poor. So we all experience poverty in different ways, right? We all experience poverty in our own flavor. And for many of you who've experienced poverty at the bottom of the flavor, which is, which I would consider to be not sure how to put this. So, as I say, there's different flavors, but there's people who experience the flavor of poverty at the level of minimum wage and part-time, right? So when you experience poverty at minimum wage and part-time, it's a different way to experience the world, right? It's not normal to work for minimum wage your whole life. But some of us, hey, I'm not pooping, I'm folding clothes. Why am I always pooping? Yes, I quoted Fight Club, folding the poop into the clothes. Oh my god. Flo is a millionaire cosplaying working for progressive ads are part of the reason prices are higher than they should be. MS, I need to be rich now. I do too. Gen Z refuses to go to the military service. Yes, they do, because military pays crap and the food tastes like crap. No one wants to do military service. Wait, can you do laundry at home? You're rich, bro. No, I don't do laundry at home. I have to go to the laundromat, and then I have to fold my clothes when I get home. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm folding clothes. And so that's why you guys have to be patient, because I'm folding clothes, because once clothes cool down inside of the laundry basket, they don't look too good. They look gross, in fact. So I'm trying to fold clothes while I still talk. Well, I'm still talking on the stream, so I'm not pooping. I'm folding clothes. So don't think I'm not going to. I'm going to come back to the stream as soon as I'm done folding my clothes, but I got a whole basket of clothes to fold right now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to come and look at the stream in between folding clothes. So I'm going to fold something, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to look and see what you guys said. So how's that? I'm not going to be far away. MS, you need to change your attitude. No, I'm not going to change my attitude. See any Susie at the laundromat? No, I didn't see anyone at the laundromat. Yep, one of us. Let's see. The DeMello sisters pretended to work at Walmart, promote their popcorn. So fun and quirky. The things you own end up owning you. Absolutely. MS, what do you see yourself doing at 40? I see myself laying down in a ditch. In a ditch by the side of the road, unable to move because I'm paralyzed by fear and hatred and anger and the fact that I'm not rich. I have a lot of resentment towards not being rich. And it bothers me, to still have to go to a job that sucks because I'm not rich. And at my age, having to do your laundry inside of a laundromat, it feels like you failed at life. Like it truly does not. It doesn't feel good to think of your life as being this crappy at my age. Like I should have won something by now. Instead, I feel like a total loser every day. Every day that I wake up, I feel like a total freaking loser. And I don't think that's going to change, at least not in the recent future. Get Mello to set you up with the Susie. Mello doesn't have many friends. It bothers me that I'm not rich too. Yeah, it really bothers me that I'm not rich. Like I really, really don't like having to get up and go to work because I'm not rich. I don't shower in 3 whole weeks. Oh my god. Let's get the hose on this guy. You need to shower every day, twice a day. If you work out, you shower 3 times a day. You guys better be showering. If I have to come to your house and hose you down because you won't shower, the stream's coming with me to make sure that you stay clean. Everyone needs to be clean. Just like we all believe in Jesus as having blonde hair and blue eyes. That's how clean you need to stay. With cold water. You don't shower for the ladies. You shower to not go to the prole doctor. Safe to say, everyone watching a poor prole. Yeah, it bothers me that I lost over 5,000 in the past 7 years because I couldn't get rich. I hate not being rich. I want to be rich right now. It's my money and I want it now. I appreciate that, man. It's my money and I want it now. That's how I feel about universal basic income. It's my money and I want it now. I can see some rich guy watching this and they're like, oh my God, this guy's crazy. It's my money and I want it now. That's what we should say about universal basic income. It's my money and I want it now. Now. Not tomorrow, not later today, right now. Are you planning any large purchases before tariffs with China? No. I have nothing. I mean, the last thing I bought. What was the last thing I bought? I haven't bought anything for myself. I think the last thing I bought for myself was a time with the Asian ladies at the place that does the thing where she like that place. Anyone anyone of you want to move to another side of the world? Yes, we're building the ark to move to another planet. We're building the space ark so that we can go to the moon. I don't care where else we go. Just get off this horrible slave planet. I mean, making a video about rich people not paying taxes like making a video about rich people beating up poor people. It's just the same thing. Hey, it's impossible to be poor in the US. It used to be okay to be a vagabond, but now it's dangerous. It is very, very dangerous. Thank you guys. Stream, help me thank Coyote Chaser for the $4.99 dono. Anyone that donates deserves many, many thanks from the entire stream that doesn't have money to put in the collection plate. I post Labor Society would come before we ever get UBI. Yeah, UBI, now. Asians, huh? They do the best job. Now go buy yourself something. Coyote Chaser. I'm going to buy myself something real nice with $4.99. Something real, real nice. I might get myself a new pair of socks today. Grandma Lulu, make my woo-woo go moo-moo. That's so funny. Ride the rails with your hobo back. The rails. I want to be so rich I don't pay my taxes too. You get to the point in life where you're so rich that you can hide your money from the government. The peasant hunts. The rich will bring back the peasant hunts where they... Is this the part where they hunt us for sport or they hunt us for food? Get on steroids, bro. Oh, I love new socks. So do I. Especially socks without holes in them. I love me some fresh socks. But fresh socks cost money. And money is hard to get. Come back when you have some money, honey. Oh, Lord. Man. Let's see if the stains came out of this shirt. I was gonna throw this shirt away because I got food stains all over it. And they came out. Damn, they actually came out really well. They looked like they were gonna be permanent stains. Kind of like the stains in your tighty whities that don't come out. Those stains are so tough to get out. You wonder why even bother to buy underwear. You just walk around with no pants on and just spray your spray when you feel like spraying, like a whale. Just spray out your spray. Let's see. Let's see. Soul Cube. I didn't change my socks in weeks. Oh, Lord, that must smell like hell. A says, I bought my husband a massage, but turned out it was a massage parlor. So He just awkwardly refused her advances and then it was over, told me what the place really was. At least that's the story he told me. Yeah. Remember? I think it was last year, and I didn't know what kind of place it was either. Like it's not like they put on the outside of what kind of place it is. So when that lady's fingers slipped into the rear hatch, I was like, "What's going on here?" So yeah, it just kind of happens. Like the first time, I mean, I was like, "Whoa, that's not the kind of massage I came here for." And she's like, "That's the massage you're gonna get, buddy. The internal massage." Long day of putting the fries in the bag. Oh my god, you guys, my head is spinning right now. I think this extra soda is made. Either I accidentally put chemicals on my hands that got in my mouth. My head is spinning right now. I keep feeling like I'm just going to black out. And that usually comes from drinking too much caffeine in the morning, or like I have this like chemical taste in my mouth. So I'm not sure what happened, but I am I'm feeling like I'm gonna pass out. So, Coyote Chaser, thank you. All right, guys, I will come back later if I feel they poisoned the Pepsi before they got kicked out the door. Yep, you're doomed, Prole. Yeah, I am definitely not feeling well, so I'm gonna stop streaming and lay down.